Singles go through a lot. Well, married people do too, but singles, it's almost like everyone just hovers above their head to want to rescue them out of the claws of singleness, quote and unquote. You find different people across the different walks of life who can't help but be intrusive about these people's lives. There are several phrases that singles do not want to hear, and there are perceptions about being single that needs to stop. One of them is, when are you getting married? How do we know if they want to get married in the first place? And as if that's not enough, I hear that, generally speaking, people tend to gain more respect the moment others find out they are planning to get married or when they get married. That's quite puzzling. I don't know why respect for people should be equated to their marital status. I think that whether single or married or widowed, the respect that we show to people should never be about these. I get that the idea behind that is because they get to not only be responsible for themselves alone, but for someone else too. Well, there are many singles who do more responsible things than some married people do. Hence, this perception is indeed a faulty one and should be done away with. What should be respected is the sanctity of the marriage institution, and not because someone is no longer single. It's this type of mindset that also makes some people lose their friendships when they get married. This is because they imagine that they are in a more respectable marital status than their single friends, so they cut off their friendships, sadly, because of this reason that has been subtly implanted in their thought process. They are often quick to trivialize the viewpoints of singles around them when the discussions are centered around marriage, and will try to gaslight them by saying, wait till you are married before you have a say about this issue. This shouldn't be the case. Going back to another issue that is often told to singles is something very, very familiar, and is in relation to, guess what? The weather. It mustn't rain again, and you hear singles being told, assuming you're married, you'll be enjoying this weather for two. My dear single friend, married people do not always have sex every time it rains, if that's what they mean by enjoying. So, don't let anyone taunt you with that line or pressure you to get married for that reason. Aside that, there will be many more rainfalls. There are many other interesting things that can be done when it is raining. Have you ever enjoyed sleeping with the sound of the rain serenading you through the rooftop while you're cozily tucked in a duvet on your bed all by yourself? If you haven't, try it and tell me what it is like. Also, you can even enjoy a very nice movie. It's usually more interesting with the sound of the rain outside. That reminds me, there is one more thing. Treat yourself to warm chocolate. Don't make mistakes out of desperation just because you want to enjoy weather for two with someone. Some relationships or marriage will make one wish to be out in the cold, in the rain, than in the arms of that lover, or just in the same space with them. Another notion that people have about singles is that they are generally not financially responsible, as they tend to be spendthrifts, and marriage is said to supposedly change them. Being financially savvy has nothing to do with one's marital status. In fact, getting married will show the excesses of one's financial outlook, so it has nothing to do with being single. Finances mainly has to do with one's character and discipline, which I believe is very necessary whether one is single or married. So, if an individual is taking charge of his or her finances in a healthy manner, and as God will desire us to do, it will be a personal decision to do so, not because of their marital status. There are so many married people who do not know how to treat money. So, let's not carry on with this notion. It's very important that we are very mindful about this. Another statement that singles do not find comfortable being told is that they are the reason they haven't found the right one all along, as though they are the problem. Some say, maybe you are too picky. There is something you're doing that may be chasing them. And as if to console them, they will say, don't worry, you are next in line. There is no need for all this pressure. Allow everyone be. Let them make their decisions from the most relaxed place in their hearts and according to God's leading. Dear singles, all the fun and lovely things you will someday enjoy when married, like I enjoy now, to the glory of God's name, you can start preparing for them in the several areas of your life, physically, spiritually, materially, emotionally, and what have you. When God says it's time, then the time has come. But for now, equip yourself for the journey ahead. Enjoy your phase now. And I trust God to perfect all that concerns you in Jesus' name. I imagine a world where, regardless of our marital status, we can all enjoy the diversities that exist among ourselves. Instead of asking, when will you get married? You can take them along with you for a spa date. Instead of saying, marriage will make you understand certain things, give them materials or teach them the things that you have learned from your experience to help prepare them. And I trust that with the help of God, they'll be better off for it, rather than putting them under untold and unfair pressure. So I hope that one way or the other we have learned a thing or two from watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take good care of yourselves. Bye.